What's going on, y'all? Today I received affirmation and opposition by the New York State Department of Motor Vehicles, and it's dated April 27th, 2026. Today is April 30th, 2026, and this is making reference to my summary judgment motion that was filed March 13th, 2026, right? Here's my summary judgment motion right here. You see it was sworn to March 13th, 2026, and what the defendant is not making reference to in the affirmation and opposition is the return date, because the return date is the most important part. In all cases, when you file motions, that return date is most important. That's why the defendant is not making reference to it. So the return date on my motion, and the return date is the hearing date, y'all. The return date is right there, March 24th, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. or whatever. Yeah, that's the return date. And they answering papers has to be in 7 days prior to this date, to March 24th, 2026. 7 days prior. So we would say 4 would be 20, another 3 more would be 17. That answering papers got to be in by the 17th of March. You feel what I'm saying? It has to be in by the 17th of March. So their opposition is dated April 27th. And it has to be in by the 13th of March. So, and the hearing was uploaded, the last court date, the hearing was uploaded. The case against New York State Department of Motor Vehicles. Y'all can go listen. Y'all have to go listen. And you can hear the defendant stating they need more time to file opposition papers. You don't get more time because this is the first time the case is on. You don't get more time for that. You have to comply with the CPLR 2214 subdivision B. You have to comply with it. You have to file answering papers within a certain amount of time. But you know what's so crazy though, y'all? Is that they always claiming the court don't have jurisdiction. The court doesn't have jurisdiction. They always claiming that. But you're filing opposition papers and you're committing fraud. And it's a lot of inconsistencies going on. But the court don't have jurisdiction. And what's so crazy is that you would even file your answering papers later down the line. If the court didn't have jurisdiction, then I wouldn't be filing no papers all the way in April the 27th, all the way, I wouldn't be filing no paperwork right now. Your answering papers is late. You feel what I'm saying? As it is. And now you file it all the way in the end of April and you still think the court don't have jurisdiction? You gotta be kidding me. This shows that the court does have jurisdiction, and the argument is